Yeah, that should work fine. Hang
How you
on.
doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really good. I'm like super, super stoked on just a bunch of things. Got lots of good stuff happening. So
Are you closing in the deals or what's going on?
yeah, it looks like I got two deals. Okay, now how does second way? I need to admit all. I've got two contracts I signed. I signed one this morning. I got another one that's on the way. Both wholesale deals. And so one in Alabama and one in Oregon.
Okay.
So I'm pretty pumped about that. They're both pretty good deals. And then I got a shit ton of calls I got to make today. So
Okay.
yeah.
Are you doing anything in PropStream?
What's that?
Do you use PropStream at all? Like list stack
A
and
little bit. Not really. I need to use it more probably because I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like at this point right now where I've been just using the Zillow things and it's been working, but I do kind of want to look at some some more well, what I think I'm going to do is I have this list here in the county that I live in, Sonoma County. I used to do it all the time back in the day, and it was a notice of abatement list that I could get from the county. So I just did a search day before yesterday, and there was 400 of them in the last year. So I used to get deals from that all the time back in the day, but I haven't used it in a long time. So that's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to hit that. I might just do mailing on that too, just do like a few mailers here and there.
Yeah.
And then try to get it so that I can get some of that attraction marketing thing that's that we're trying to work towards,
Yeah.
So hey Philip.
Yes, sir.
I got a question for you. I'm trying to find it. I wanted to play that Claude call you sent me yesterday to start the show off here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here it is. I got it. Let me see. It's such a great call to just, I don't know if it's going to work on my phone or not though. All right, good. I got it. Okay, so Philip sent me a call that Claude made. I don't know when this is, and it's a pretty cool call. Obviously, he's like such a freaking stud. He's so good at it. But I really like it because I wanted to talk a little bit about it because there's some really cool things on here that are we can all use. So I'm going to see. Hopefully, you guys can hear this. Can you hear that?
I hear nothing yet. There it goes. I can hear it ringing.
Yes, hello, sir. My name is Claude Diamond, and I've got your phone number here. Is this about real estate? Do you have real estate or something like that?
Yes, I've got a home for sale.
Oh wow! And is it still? It's not still available, is it?
Yes, it's been vacant for a while. I still have it.
Oh wow! And could you tell me a little bit about it? Is it it's a condo or a house?
It's a condo. It's got 3 bedrooms. I've been asking for $273 for it.
Is that a fair market price for it right now with all that's been going on, sir?
I think so.
Oh, okay. And how did you determine that? If you don't mind me asking you a few questions, do you, sir?
Sure,
I'm looking for an investment property in that Denver area.
Great.
On there. And how long you been trying to sell it?
4 or 5 months.
Oh wow! Wow, this market's pretty tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is your home. You're the owner.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you said how much again? I'm writing this down, sir.
273.
$273. And I'm sorry, I didn't ask your name. Mine is Claude Diamond.
Mine's Jim.
Hi, Jim. And Jim, is there any other owners or Mrs. Jim there?
No.
Oh, okay, great. And it's 275. You said is what did it used to sell? What was it? What was the value originally?
I think it got up to about 320.
Oh, okay. So it's taken a little, about a 50,000 drop, right?
Something like that.
On there. I tell you what, Jim. I'm looking for a home, an investment property that I can rent and possibly purchase in the future. Kind of a rent to own. That isn't anything you'd be comfortable with, is it? If I could do business today?
I would look at that.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised you haven't. Have you thought of doing that yourself, by the way?
I hadn't up to this point, but I think that sounds like something I would look at.
Why are you selling? If you don't mind me asking, it's okay to say no to me. Why are you selling this home anyway, Jim?
Well, it's vacant, and I'm not living in it at the moment.
Oh, so this is a previous home or an investment property or something?
It was an investment property.
Oh, okay. And so let me ask you something, Jim. A couple different ways I can work with you. If you're willing to give me some either a really good price or terms, I can do a contract with you today on this property and set it up as a rent to own for my own needs, and you'd be paid on time, and property would be well taken care of. You wouldn't be bothered with the maintenance on the property. Another way I can do it, if you want a little bit better price, because I need it wholesale, frankly, if I'm going to do this as an investor. But if you wanted, we could joint venture on it, but I would keep the option consideration. It's the money up front, and I would keep 25% of the rent. I don't know if you're comfortable with that either. Or I could just show you how to do this if you'd like.
I think I'd like to see how to do it.
Do you have the contracts, Jim, or anything like that?
No, I don't.
Because they're pretty specialized contracts. Have you ever done a rent own like this before? Set it up so the tenant pays you on time and takes care of the maintenance and everything?
No, I've always just rented it out.
Okay. How much were you, if you don't mind me asking, Jim, how much were your realtors charging you for the real estate commission on that property? Usually it's 6-7%.
I think I had gotten it to 5.
Well, 5 is pretty good. So you were willing to pay about what, 12,000-13,000?
Yeah, I guess I would.
This property. Suppose I told you I could help you sell this house. I could consult with you, provide you with the contracts and materials. I would charge you a flat fee of $5,000 and show you how to move this property in the next 30 days. That isn't anything you'd be comfortable with, is it?
Well, if it could move in 30 days versus the months that I've been waiting, I think that would be great.
Well, it's better than, how much is this costing you per month, if you don't mind me asking?
When I had it rented, about 12, 1300.
Okay, was that covering your mortgage or are you subsidizing it a little?
Yeah, subsidizing that.
Okay, so what, 1,500-1,600 with taxes and insurance and,
I'm sure.
yeah. So, and it's been empty for how long? 4 or 5 months, you said?
Yeah.
So you're out probably $7,000 or $8,000.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. So for $5,000, I can provide you with the materials. I can work with you personally, one-on-one, and I can show you how to market this home. And if you're flexible on the price and terms, we can get somebody in there very quickly. It's an attractive property. It looks like, I'm looking at it at Google Earth here. It looks like a very nice property.
Yeah, and the homeowners association.
Okay, thanks for putting the address in the ad. That really helps.
And then they make sure that it stays open.
Okay, great. So that's what I could do. How do you feel about this, sir? And it's like I said, it's okay to say no to me, but I'm pretty experienced in doing rent owns. I could show you how to do this.
I like the idea, and I think I would go ahead and do that.
Okay, how would you like to pay for the $5,000 if we decide we want to do business today?
Can I put some down and then some later?
What did you say down? What did you mean? Like half down now and half in 30 days, something like that?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, well, we can make that work. We can make that. I'm going to need to get some personal information, your address on the property, your shipping address, and I can also need your email. I'll send you the contracts, and we can get started. I can make an appointment with you this afternoon after I do a little research, and we can start putting together a business plan on how to market this home if you'd like.
Okay,
How's that sound?
sounds great.
Okay, great. Let me get some information from you.
Okay, so that's about it. That's a pretty sweet call, isn't it? I think you're
Yeah,
muted.
that's smooth.
Yeah, so it's like One of the things that I really liked about it though too is that we go off this cheat sheet thing, which is a great tool for sure, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to go in that order either. He kind of like spun it around and came back to it, and like didn't just go this and this. He just kind of got the information. I mean, the guy was motivated, so that was like a pretty pretty good call. But I mean, he just went through all the stuff and turned it into like how you see how he like would subtly, it's so awesome how he subtly says, so like how much was that costing you per month? Oh, like $7,000 or $8,000, huh? Like, but not in a way where he's like jabbing it in his face. He's just letting the guy really realize, hey man, holy shit, yeah, I've been spending a lot of money on this place and it's been empty, and so on and so forth. I think it's a great call. It's a great I mean, we all want to strive to be like that, of course, and my goal is 10 years from now I hope I can do exactly that. So but the only way to do it obviously is to practice, and that's exactly what we're here to do today. I wanted to see if anybody had any questions or anything they wanted to talk about prior to making some calls here, or even
how can we get a copy of that tape?
Good question. Let me see. Probably I'd like to be able, I'm sure it's on, is it on YouTube, Philip?
You know what? No, it wasn't. Let me ask Claude if that's okay to share. I shared it with you. It's the thing that he gave some of his students. And since I'm working with Mark per se, I just wanted to share it with him because I was struggling, and I heard that, and I was like, man, I wish I could get there. I really need to get there. But let me ask Claude if I could share it with you guys, and then Mark can just
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I mean, I'm sure he's okay that we played it, but
let me just make sure at first.
Yeah, that sounds good. So what we'll do is, if you guys go to how I can probably do it is, if it ends up being okay, we can either put it in the Shut Up and Be Accountable group. I can put a link there so you guys can go to that too if you want to, and then
okay.
Once we get the okay, I'm sure he's going to be okay with it, because it's a good call for him to do it. But I don't like to do anything unless I get the okay. So okay.
Mark, I do have a question.
Sure.
So I know that from I think last week, you said that you use a different one-page contract than the one Justin uses, right? Than the Flex Memo he uses.
So let's see. I use so what are you talking about? Oh, like on the general.
Yeah, the Flex Memo. The one where we just send out before we do the actual agreement. So right. I know that you said you use a different one than the one that Justin has. Do you use that one where it's like on the top part is the lease, and then the second part is like the purchase?
Yeah. So it's
okay, got it.
It's pretty much the same one as his stronger one that he has. He's got so it's that, except for I've just done some edits to it myself that like kind of works towards me. So yeah, that's the one that I use more often than the other one.
Okay. So I have a question specifically on that one. I just want to make sure that's the one you use. So on that bottom portion where it is that, it's got the purchase price and the 24 months and stuff like that. Do you put on there the amount the seller is supposed to get for their down payment?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's what I want. Okay.
What you're doing, at least if it, you're just going to assign that whole contract anyway for a fee.
Right.
Whatever it is that you've negotiated with the seller of what you're going to give them, that would be on it. And then basically all you're doing is you're just going to assign, your name on the agreement to your end buyer. And then that's going to go towards, then the tenant buyer and the seller will be the ones on the contract.
Right. That part I understand. The mistake that I made was I have a house right now with what the seller is. I used that contract that you're talking about, the 1 page, and I didn't put on there what the down payment is on there. She knows what it is. We verbally talked about it, but I didn't document it, and I don't know if that's gonna come back to bite me in the ass later on if she sees how much I end up getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it should probably be on there, and you can, that's one of the things. I was just talking to Addie yesterday about a deal we're working on in Texas, and I'm going to try to call this lady again today to do a follow-up on it. I mean, that's awesome. Did you get it signed by her and stuff, or?
Yeah, I got it signed, and I've been advertising looking for a buyer. I got it signed like on Saturday, so
Cool.
Yeah. So I've been advertising, but I'm a little concerned about that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what what do you suggest I do?
I would just, I mean, if, it should probably be on there, I think, just because it's something that you talked about and you don't want to have them come back and say, hey, you didn't do this because you said this. And I would just go, hey, I just wanted to touch base with you. I think I made a mistake on the contract. I need to add this in.
Okay.
Because, that's the kind of thing that really pisses people off when you tell them you're going to do something and then they miss it on the contract. And then, it comes back, even though I know you're going to end up giving it to them, so you can just say, hey, listen, I just want to send this addendum and then just say, you don't have to redo the whole contract, just do an addendum and say for whatever number that is, that the money that you're going to receive is, blank, blank. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna resend her that 1 page and just put that in there. Yeah, that's my question. I just wanted to ask was just that there.
Yeah,
I
think that's good. What's
Sandra,
that, Jerry?
are you using Joe McCall's contract, the 1 page?
That 1 page one on there. I'm using that one, Jerry. But then I'm using Justin's. Like the remainder packet is Justin's. So when I looked at Justin's, I didn't see a place on there for that actual down payment amount that goes to the seller. So that's why I got kind of nervous.
Okay, I used that 1 page also a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
Justin,
you.
you could just add it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to end up just
and add it.
And just resend it to her. So.
Yeah.
Hey, great job, Sandra. Will you let us know what goes on with this thing?
I know I will.
I
know I will. Thank you so much. I know I've been complaining and you're like, calm down, Sandra. It's coming. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, Victor. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, all good. Hey, everybody. So one thing I wanted to touch on was when Claude was talking about being a consultant and guiding this guy through there, pretty much that entire package that you will need to do that with is the lease option agreement memo that's in Justin's course. If you go through it and you see all of the elements in there, you can break it up, you can send it, but if you understand exactly what's in there, it'll walk somebody completely through what the process is going to be. It includes all the contracts that they're going to need at the end. Your part as a consultant would simply be to let them know, when and if they should record something or anything like that. If you're confused about it, just, bring it to the group or, put a message in the Facebook group or whatever, let you know exactly what you need to do. But that's the entire package that would allow you to feel comfortable in saying you can, you be the consultant and accepting that, that you don't have to get caught up in your head about not having the experience and, doing all that. So I would invite you to read through the entire lease option agreement memo, all of the contracts and everything, because it's all in there.
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Hey, Crystal.
Hi, Victor. I have a quick question about Claude's phone call. So then he's not going, it's not an assignment at all. He's just going to consult with the guy. So he's not doing a lease assignment. I know it's not a sandwich, but so his role is just to guide this gentleman, not, and
That's
that's
what it
it.
sounded like. I came in a little bit late, as you saw. I came in a little late, so I didn't hear. But that's what it sounded like. What was I right, Mark?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's going to just consult with that. And I know we all may not, you know, this is the progression that we eventually will want to have, is that, you know, you go through and you see if you can make an offer, and maybe they don't want to do it, you know, but you're the knowledgeable person who knows how to do it. And you can say, hey, well, look, maybe I can show you how to do it. You know, he did such a great job about, okay, well, look, if you're going to pay a commission, how much are you going to pay? Which was, I don't know, $8,000 or $9,000 or something. You know, he goes, well, you know, I'll just do it for $5,000, you know, basically is what he said. And show you how to get somebody in there in, you know, 30 days or less. And then the other thing that's really great about it too is, like, you know, he made it so comfortable for the guy. You know, like, he's just like, yeah, that makes total sense, you know, and just, he's so good at, you know, pointing out the needs and greeds and the pains, you know, and then bringing them back to the person without even the person knowing it, you know. It's like so smooth. I mean, it's just brilliant. So I can't you know, emphasize how awesome it is to hear that stuff. And that's you know, like, once you get, I think Philip just texted me and said we could use the call. So I'll put it on the, I don't know how to do it right here because it was on my phone, but I'll put it on the Shut Up and Be Accountable group. If you're not in that group, just go ahead and go to it. And then listen to it all the time, you know, like, you can, because you'll pick up stuff on it. Like, if you listen to it, you know, like, that's the kind of call that if you listen to, like, on a daily basis or before you're about ready to make your calls, it's going to give you, like, so much confidence, you know. And just going back to the whole thing with Jerry, like, Jerry was the perfect example. I mean, I don't know if you guys were on the call yesterday with Victor, which was just spectacular too, by the way, dude, it was awesome. You know, you could just see in Jerry's face how much confidence he's built up because he did that call on that other group thing, you know. So, and now he's going to do a call or two today too. So it's like, all it does is, this is all about just building confidence and, you know, making those calls that are, you know, just kind of helps you get to that point. So, and Claude has another really great call that's on YouTube. And I'm sure you guys, maybe a lot of you have seen it, but it's an awesome one with Joe McCall. It's one of the huge, it's a huge, you know, thousands and thousands of people have listened to it, but it is an excellent call too. So if you ever get a chance on YouTube to look up Claude and Joe McCall, it's a condo someplace else too. Really good one. So, okay. So you guys ready to make some calls? I think it's time. I'm going to call a follow-up call right now on a deal that Addie and I are working on. And we basically, what the deal is she had it for sale for $80,000. I talked to her. She said she would do 50. I said I wanted to kind of run the numbers on. It's a place in Texas. And so I'm just going to kind of call and follow up with her and see if we can get her down a little bit more. You know, we maybe and we maybe not. When we were talking yesterday about this too, she'll do it for 50, and I think it's a pretty good deal at 50. It's probably I don't know what the exact numbers are, but when I had talked to her, I said, well, listen, I just want to make sure that all my numbers are right. I'll give you a call back, you know. But she's ready to do a contract, so I'm going to give her a try right now and see what happens.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Ellen, it's Mark.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, doing okay for
All
an
right.
old woman.
You're not old, you're experienced.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Hey, so I was running a few numbers. I just wanted to get back with you and just double check on a few things and see. So I was wondering, I mean, is there any way that you could possibly come down a little bit on that 50 after we ran the numbers? I was just kind of checking to see, you know, if you might be a little bit more flexible than that.
It's possible, but not by a whole lot. What are
Yeah.
you thinking?
I don't know, like maybe right around 40, something like that. Would that work?
No, I wouldn't be able to go 40.
Yeah. What do you think you could do?
I would have to say probably about 48, 49 at my bottom dollar.
48, 49.
That way I'm not losing too much.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got that tax bill you got to pay too, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So 48, huh? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you think that's about as low as you can go, as 48?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd just rather stay here and then just travel back and forth to see my daughter and my grandbabies.
5 hours? You're gonna drive back and forth?
Yeah. I do it every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
To go see them. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I'm an active grandma and I want to be more active.
Yeah.
I can only do what I can do.
You're the country girl. I know that. So, all right. Well, I guess you work me hard. All right. Well, we can do the 48 then. I will set it up. Well, let me ask you something real quick too. Do you need all that money like right up front, or?
I would love to. That way I can get the taxes took care of and get me something else.
Right.
If that was the route that I'm going to go.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So you would need at least probably the $8,000 to pay off the taxes, right? Do you owe anything on it still? I can't remember. No, you owe it free and clear, right?
Yeah, I own it free and clear other than about taxes.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you need the 8. You'd need the 8 for the taxes, and then, I mean, let's see. So if we were able to, let me just ask you this, and you know, we can always swing back around to the other thing, but if we were to get, I need to kind of figure it out. If we were gonna, how much would you need to get to? You want to use that money to get into another place over there, though, right? Is that what you're?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So how much you think you're going to need to get into a place over there? Any ideas?
It just depends. I think the lowest that I have found, honestly, was I think 45, 46.
Gotcha.
So without doing any kind of loan or trying to talk them down, you know, that's just the numbers that I've been looking at that people are asking.
Right.
And you're free to look in that area too.
Okay. What's the area?
You know, it's just everything right now. You know, everybody's trying to sell, or they've just sold, and others are buying. And, you know, things are moving so quickly on the market.
Right. What's that town you're moving to? What is it?
O-R-E City.
I'm sorry, you broke up. What?
Sorry, O-R-E City.
Okay.
So it's Ore City, Texas.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I think we'll be able to do that with the cash deal. So what I'll do is I'll put that together today, send it over to you. Like I said, it's a straightforward deal. We'll take care of all the closing costs and everything, and then you know, just go from there. Do like I think, what were you talking about? Like maybe we do a 45-day close. That would probably give me enough time to get it together. You think?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so I will send that over to you in about an hour or so, and then let's get her done.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, thanks so much.
Talk to you soon.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Victor, can you be on all my calls so you can chat in that stuff when I can remind me? Victor sent a chat that said, hey, ask her if she needs the money sooner or all at once, you know, so because I forgot, you know, that's awesome.
Yeah, we can help each other. I'll get you on mine, you get me on yours.
Yeah, that's good.
We can get stuff, right?
Yeah. So we're going to get a deal for 48. I got her down a little bit. Addie,
sounds like
I
we
talked
should
to
sell her
her.
a house where she's going. Let's
What's
buy
that?
her. Let's get her a house in Ore.
Oh, I know, definitely. Well, she gave me the city now. I know, so we'll
Yeah.
just check that out and see what we can find for her over there too.
So
So
where was that
Great
house?
job, by the way.
that is, thank you. That was,
That's great.
What's the ARV on that house?
What's that?
What's the ARV on that house?
It's like 80, 90, something like that, I think. I don't know. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not a
Like
ton.
90.
Yeah,
Mhm.
90. So, oh wait, was that the one? No, that was a different one I was talking to. So yeah, Addie, do you want to tell the story? How it all came
Yeah.
about? Okay, go ahead.
Well, pretty much it was just to the Zillow's crap. You know, I called her and she was nice. She went down to 30. And then the next day she said she can't take anything less than, 50. But the attractive thing about the deal is it's a house and then there's two other mobile parks, So I felt, getting rent from those will definitely produce a good cash flow. But pretty much the next day she hung up on me and she didn't want to take my call. She said she's not going anything below 50. And I was just like, okay, I can still do something about this deal, have somebody else call her. So that's why I brought it to the group and just said,
Oh yeah, this was on the call the other day where Addie had talked about, I think what day was that, Tuesday?
Right,
Yeah.
I think Monday or Tuesday. Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, that was on the group, and then I got lucky enough that I got to make the call. So we called her yesterday together, but she was just silent on the phone and heard the whole thing, and so I kind of went through the whole, didn't tell her that we had talked or any of that stuff. So, but now we're gonna get it under contract today, huh?
Where was it located at?
It's in Clyde, Texas.
Texas.
You doing seller financing on that or?
No, she really wants the money to move into that next place, and she has like an $8,000 tax thing. So, and
So
she
are
actually
you going to use a hard money loan for that or?
No, we're just going to flip it. We'll wholesale it.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark, can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
So assuming, because I know she said yesterday she needs about 30 to 60 days. So obviously she's still going to be staying in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming we'll find a buyer, right? And she still wants to stay there, is it possible to close with her and then charge her for the 2 months rent that she still wants to stay there?
We could probably do that. Something like that could work,
All right. Mm-hmm.
I think, she's ready to go. I think it's just that, it's kind of a big property and she's got kind of a lot of stuff probably. And,
right. Mm-hmm.
I think if she had the money in her pocket, she'd be out the door pretty quick. So.
Do you all know what the rent is? Because I'm a cash buyer. What is the rent on?
Yeah, I think you were the one that Mary had talked to you or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she said she was talking to you. I said, talk to Mark. If it didn't work out, let me know because I'm a cash buyer. So.
Well, yeah, we'll put you into the loop too, and we can all make money on this.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just to see if we because I'm trying to get into like Victor said, to buy some property and just collect some rents, get some passive income. So $50,000 is like
yeah, I mean
a car.
I think it's three places.
It's three.
Yeah, it's three, right? Mm-hmm. So she said one is inhabitable, but she's like on the call yesterday. She said her husband told her that just needs some work that they can fix it to rent it out again. So
I flip houses and fix them up. So and I ain't worrying about that. And it looked decent too. It looked decent, Mark.
Yeah, I sent you the
house
pictures.
Looks good. So so we'll get it under contract and then we'll just
let me see if I can get a loan and take
what
it.
We can do or whatever. Yeah, for sure. So
put me on that list. Yeah, get me on there.
Yeah, definitely. Were you the one, Rosalind? Were you the one that says you had 200 buyers, or was that Mary, or what was it? Were you the one that have 200?
Well, it was Rosalind.
No, I work with a partner, and she's my coach, Miss Jane Gaines, and she buys houses and stuff too. But she does wholesaling, so I'm the buyer. So me and my son, so that, Mark. So I'm just want the details and the numbers, and then I do my due diligence and go from there. I know she sent me some information, but I want more information. The numbers, the rents over there. Because I don't live in Texas, I live up here.
Well, Mary says she's got 200 buyers, so we'll see who can give us the best deal.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there you go. There you go. That's it. And Jamie, the Cavez, he got like 10. I know he got 10. They'll buy it in the day, right, Jamie?
Yeah, that's good. So yeah, we'll all work together on it for sure. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna share
awesome.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Mark.
For sure. For sure. Okay. All right, so Jerry.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, boy.
Hang on. See, I got a good one. I got a really good one here. So yes, it depends on what you mean creative. Do you tell me what can you see this? Can you guys see this on my screen? Yeah. Okay. There was a really good one down here. So this guy has several. Let's see. I might entertain the idea. How about that? That one sound good?
Yeah.
You want to give that one? Can you see the number right here to call?
Okay.
Now, are these from PropStream or these are from?
This is the automated REI. So we did we did the whole state of Oklahoma.
Oh,
three bedroom houses. I think it was like 75 to 300,000.
Wow.
So one of the things I just saw on the chat the other day, which we're going to do going forward, which Justin had talked about, which I think is really brilliant, is we're going to start breaking it up into smaller pieces, because when you go back through this thing, like there's, as you see, there's 227 people that replied, to try to go back and figure out who it was or where it was or all that stuff. So what he talks about is breaking it up into different price ranges. So it's more scrapes, like you're going to do like three scrape, as we just did one in Oklahoma, but what we're going to do now is 3 scrapes or 4 scrapes, depending on the prices, but it'll be like 50 to 150, 151 to 250, 250 to, so there'll be 3 separate things. And then that way it'll be this 227 would be divided into 3. It'll be easier to, figure out where it's at and how to follow up with it and all that stuff. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
I like the way that sounds a little bit. I mean, it takes a little bit more time to scrape it, but that's all good.
Now, see all this scraping and stuff, because I'm new on listening to your call and this scraping and this and stuff. I am so lost, because I've been doing everything word of mouth and just going out here getting my deals, thing. So I think we need training, because I'm lost with all this, like, pulling from Zillow and that. Right. Is there one way we can have some training on that, Victor, or
Absolutely.
something?
So if you
because this has got me like,
if you go to the automated REI, if you go to the automated REI, the site, there's training all on that site. So, and you don't have to pay for it. You can just do it, per, you just pay for what you do. You don't have to necessarily you don't have to pay anything extra. It's just pay as you go kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So,
Rosalind, I'm new to it. I'm new also to the automated REI. I just started using it on Monday, and it seems simple to just plug in what you have to. The only problem that I've had with them since Monday, I ran one campaign Monday, never went through, and then I ran another one on Tuesday, still haven't heard anything. So I'm stuck with that. I'm waiting to find out, where my campaign is. But it really is really simple to just go in and put in what you need and fiddle around with it. And the videos are great. So for everyone you want to do, just check a video out, like Mark said, because it works. It's easy.
No, I know how to do that part because I did it before. I'm just saying how we pull so we just have to look at the response of the people. Just what are we sending them? Like something that Justin got, or something we're selling
what do you mean?
Response.
Well, what it's doing is it's looking for information on Zillow, and you're basically asking them, would they be flexible? And there's a message that you're going to send out. Now, what we found is that you want to avoid using industry jargon. Like a typical message that I use is, I saw your house for sale on Zillow. I'm looking to buy a property in your area. Would you be at all flexible in your price and terms?
All right. So these are for sale by owners.
These are for sale by owners.
Oh, okay. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, when we say scrape, it means that it's out there. It's posted up someplace. and we're scraping the internet. That's what the term means. We're scraping
Oh,
the
that's
internet
what the word
looking for
scrape means.
people.
I couldn't understand what the heck
Yeah,
scrape.
it's scraping the internet looking for people who raised their hand and said, I have something for sale.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
All right.
Victor,
And you can do Craigslist too. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do on it. It's really a great, you know.
Victor,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
when you,
REI. Okay.
how many templates are you using when you send your messages out?
Okay, so first of all, I don't send my messages out with the automated REI, only because I don't like the automated systems. I'm not liking, like Crystal was referring to, there's a reason why some of they're not going out. When you're doing it, and Justin just did a video recently how you can overcome that, and you overcome it by having a number of different messages. I believe he says 5 because that's how many you can put into the system at once, is 5 messages. And then you need a number of different phone numbers. You might need to go, 6, 7, 10 phone numbers in order for it to be on a rotation so that the carriers don't see it as spam. As soon as the carrier thinks that it's spam, it shuts it down. And so now you're out there. So I use a system in my system, and you guys all know I use FreedomSoft. FreedomSoft requires you to click for every text. So I don't have to change a whole lot of messages. I don't have to do a whole lot of that, because as I click for each individual text, I overcome the system's recognizing or thinking it's recognizing that I'm spamming, because they looks like somebody is sending a text to one individual. So that's kind of because of all of the stuff going on with robocalling and robo texting and everything. The carriers are really diligent because their subscribers like you and me are complaining about it.
So does FreedomSoft get the phone numbers and everything from?
Well, it gives you the ability to skip trace. So my method, just so you know, I use automated REI for a lot of my skip tracing only because of the price point. Now, sometimes I may, if I can't get the information I need, I'll go to batch, like I have batch leads or something. I'll go to something where I feel like I can get a higher quality return on my search, where I can get, sometimes if you pay enough, like with FreedomSoft, I have one price point that's 45 cents a skip. Well, for 45 cents, sometimes I get back as many as 7 numbers, 3 emails. I mean, it's just like really, really robust. But at 45 cents, you go broke real quick if you're skipping at that price point, right? So I avoid that and I try to move money where money's available. So with the automated REI, couple of really good benefits is you pay as you go, right? And the skip tracing is decent. I've seen it come back maybe at about someplace between 60 to 80% on most of the skips, right? Where you're going to get somebody that you can reach, which is not bad. You pay more, you can increase those percentages, but everything costs. So the other thing that I also do is, like, I've gotten to the point where I will not run a list of 1,000 leads. Like, I just won't do it because mentally I get into overwhelm. That's what was happening to me in the beginning. Like, I'll send out 1,000 and all of a sudden I got this, like you see on the screen, where it's just full of all these leads, right? Pretty soon life is in the way. You're a week in and you haven't made any of these phone calls, right? So I don't know if that's a problem per se, but for me, it's overwhelmed. So what I do now is I'll sit on my system and I'll, click 20, 30 text messages, and I'll wait a while. And I'll respond to the responses that I get. Then I'll click 30 more. And I'll wait for those responses. But it makes me feel like I'm in control, and I don't know if that's what if I'm in control, but it feels like it to me. So I avoid that whole, mind, this is crazy. I got too much to do. Now I'm behind. I'm losing deals. People are calling my people. That whole, we all do it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what, because before I was using FreedomSoft too, and everybody, most of you guys know my son and I are partners, and I like to do it the way Victor did it through FreedomSoft, and Connor's like, no, we should do it through the automated REI. He liked his system, but he's kind of, and because I'd like that exact same thing that you're talking about. But what I kind of come to realize too, which I think your system's awesome, is that when I go through this stuff too, I would say 90% of the texts are no good,
Mhm.
So all I'm really doing now, and like I was talking to Connor about this the other day, where Justin does 2,500, text blasts a week. And I'm like, how in the freaking hell does he do that?
Help.
But then, well, with help too, but also the other part of that too, which I came to realize, is that what he's really doing with that 2,500 is like, he's really hitting the low hanging fruit.
Yep.
So he probably might even let this. That would probably be one he'd call. But you get these ones that are borderline. You're not going to deal with that. You're just going directly after the low hanging fruit too, so that you get the people that are really motivated, so, but it does, and it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out too, but I'm trying this system now, and I like Victor's system a lot. And so, I'm just trying to figure out how it's going to all play. And that's all part of what we do, is we got to figure out what we all feel comfortable doing,
Yeah.
Like me for many years. I'm sorry. Is somebody else talking? I'm sorry. I didn't want to jump in, but I don't want the topic that you were saying, that mainly what I stick with is just, it's a numbers game. So if you try to put a whole bunch at one time, you're gonna do like Victor said, get explode. I always stick to the number 5. Once I got five people and I'm working with them, I work with them. I give them my undivided attention. And then once I get done, 5 is good, bad, no, I go to the next 5. You know what I mean? It makes it more simple, less aggravating, because when we all try to go to the big challenge in numbers, it gets overwhelming. And then you feel you're failing, you're making these phone calls, and then you get aggravated, and then you quit on yourself. That's what happens, basically.
So if I'm getting
Quick
this
question,
straight-
Vic.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No problem. Quick question, Victor. As far as as you said, with the multiple phone numbers, what are you using to get that rotation?
I don't really have to do I don't have to do a
Google?
rotation. I don't really have to do a rotation because of the individual clicks for each individual text message. So I don't run the risk of being shut down by the carriers. So I don't even need to have a whole bunch of phone numbers. I have 1 or 2 phone numbers for every area that I market to. And because I'm clicking one by one, that's fine. I don't get shut down by the carriers because I'm not blasting, and they don't get the sense that it's an automated system.
Can't you do one by one in the automated REI?
No, you
I
can't.
don't think so. I don't believe so. No, I believe you have to set up a campaign. And the
You can see
campaign
up here,
has
these
a
are all
time
our
and
phone
date.
numbers right here that we have.
Yeah, see all the phone numbers they're using?
Yeah.
And each one of those phone numbers is what, $4?
I don't know. They're not that expensive. I think they're cheaper than I don't know what they cost. I think they're 3. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, well, okay, well, even if it's 3, I mean, that's $3 for each one of those phone numbers. And if you're doing more than one market, it can get a little bit pricey. That's a decision you have to make for yourself.
Right. We just decided we're just keeping our 707 number, and texting it out that way. And it's like, they don't like it, fine, so.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry, you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Go, Jerry. Go, Jerry.
Nervous about this.
Don't worry, you're good, dude. You're like so good.
You're gonna be nervous till they say hello and you say hello, and then you're gonna be right.
I'm nervous every time too. Don't get me wrong.
Every time.
Hey, Mark, can you pull the house up?
Sure. You got the number?
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box.
Of course. That was a good one. You see how long that thing had been on the market?
Yeah.
500 something days. Okay. Maybe. How about that one?
Sure.
Yeah, Lou says send them a text. I would agree with that.
So hey, what I do all the time now is I call. So I'll call when they don't answer. I send them a text with the address, so I remember who who it was that, and just say, and then because it'll come from my cell phone number or my Google Voice, and it'll just say the same message that you say, Victor. Hey, are you flexible on price or terms? I have money down.
Yep.
Pull the house up.
All right, which one was
Click
it?
on the house, Mark.
All right.
Hello?
Hi, my name is Jerry. I was calling about a house you have on Lewis Avenue.
Yeah.
Is this a good time?
Pardon me?
Is this a good time to talk about it? I would like to ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I was pulling the pictures up here. Looking at the pictures, it looks pretty nice. Could you give me a little information?
Yeah, it's
Go ahead.
I built it 40 years ago. You know, the house is 40 years old, but it's a pretty nice place. But the best thing about it is the view. I don't know the land behind it and across the street too. So
Okay. So I was looking at the pictures here. It looks really nice. You lived there for a while, huh?
yeah, I lived there for about 20 years, and I let my daughter have it, and they mortgaged it, and I wound up getting it back.
Okay. You mind if I ask you a few questions about the house?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. When the last time was it updated? Like the kitchen, bathroom, flooring?
Oh, the kitchen, it's got new windows, new heat and air units. The kitchen it's got the cabinets. It wasn't replaced, but I built the cabinets myself on the job, and they're better than these shop made with particle board in them. But they've had new countertops put on, new sinks, new appliances. One of the half baths has been remodeled. The master bathroom's been remodeled. The laundry room is kind of been remodeled. It's got new wood floors in it.
Oh, okay.
And
what about the hot water heater?
Yeah, it's not too old. It's one of the real high efficiency ones, so I think it's probably a real good one.
Okay. So
it's 50 gallon.
Yeah. So you pretty much got this house back after your daughter moved out?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I see you have it listed for $250.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
well, I've about decided to sell it with a little over 5 acres, and the price would be $285.
It'd be $285 with the 5 acres.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in Tulsa County, and if you've got 5 acres or more, you don't have to jump through so many hoops.
Oh, okay. So is that pretty much what the properties in that area are selling for in that price range?
No, I don't have any idea.
Okay.
I was a builder for 60 years, but I just built custom houses. I'm
okay.
Okay. Salesman or nothing like that.
Okay.
You might under $100 a foot, and that's with the 2.5 acres, that's under $100 a square foot, and I know new houses are like 160. So like I said, it's 40 years old. I'm selling it as is. It's got a swimming pool that's they let go dry, and it's cracked up. My opinion, either need to be replaced or filled in.
Okay.
And then the deck out the back you know, has been there for 40 years, that it could stand a little bit of work probably. The roof is over 15 years old. Still in good shape, but you know, if you borrow money and they send the inspector out there, the inspector will be a roofing contractor, and it will need to be replaced, whatever.
Okay, okay. So you say with the 5 acres, it's going to be 285?
Yes.
Okay, let me take some notes.
I haven't had it surveyed because I was leaving it open which way they wanted to buy it.
Okay.
The best I can figure, it's like about 5.3 acres.
Okay. Let me ask you this. If you had it appraised, do you think it would appraise at 285?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm guessing it would. Hell, I don't know. I don't know how all that stuff works.
Right.
But I know that, you know, you can't get a new house in an addition with a little old bitty lot for $160 a foot, and this one's under $100 a foot, but you know, 2.5 acres.
Okay. Let me ask you this: would you be open to possibly letting me make payments to you for say like 2 years, and then I cash you out on this property?
That's a possibility, but you'd have to have an awful big down payment.
What kind of a down payment are we talking?
Well, at least 20,000.
Oh, 20. Oh, wow. 20,000.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in a bind to sell it, so I'm gonna just the way I want to do it, or I ain't gonna do it. That's
Okay.
that simple.
I was thinking, how much if you did that? Say I gave you 20,000. How much would a monthly rent would you want?
The monthly payment?
Yeah.
On the balance?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I figured it 3%. If it was 30 years, it'd be about $1,200. If it's 20 years, it'd be about $1,400.
About 1,400. Okay. Okay.
And, you know, you'd have your taxes and utilities on top of that, which is the taxes are about $900 or so. But
900 per year?
I don't know. Yeah, that's I think that's what the taxes are.
Okay. Can you do any better on that down payment? I was thinking.
No, not a bit.
No?
Not one bit.
Not one bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what I'd like to do, sir, get off the phone, and I would like to do some research on the property. And would it be okay if I give you a call back, say tomorrow at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, probably would.
Okay. My name is Jerry. Pardon?
Do you live around here or what?
No, I don't live in the area. I'm looking for a property that I could purchase as an investment property. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be able to do business. I live right next door here. And, you know, I'm kind of wanting to sell it to somebody who's going to live there.
Okay. All right. So you're not open for me if I wanted to come back and make a cash offer on it. You wouldn't be open to that?
Oh, I mean, of course, you're open to anything, but I doubt it. You know.
Okay, sir. You have a great day. Okay.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Victor,
you get that a lot in these small towns. It's a really interesting dynamic. I run across that same exact thing all the time, where for some reason they have this you know, connection or this desire to sell to somebody locally, and you can never really tell what their real motivation is behind a statement like that, right?
when you give a statement like that, well, you know, it's over, you know?
True.
Well, yeah, your response was exactly right. You know, does the cash offer super override, your desire to sell it to somebody and if it doesn't, then, yeah, maybe we can't do business. Yeah,
Right.
I run across this probably 7 times in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that 20,000 down.
That wasn't necessarily a deal killer though, because understand that you're trying
for the acres.
Yeah, and you're just trying to put together a contract that you can sell.
Yeah.
Right. There's somebody who, is possibly out there who has the $20,000 if the rest of the deal is structured correctly. So depending on what you are trying to create out of it, that doesn't necessarily mean it's over. Okay, so if I can give you the $20,000, and you're looking at the monthly payment, can we do any better than that? And was he on Zillow?
Yeah.
What were the rents in the area?
Oh, I don't know. We didn't check that out, but
yeah. So when you ask him for the rent, you want to have some for you to look at. Like, okay, so it looks like the rents in the area, that's a little bit rich. As far as the monthly, I need to have something I can work with. Now, it may have not happened with this guy, but just to have a conversation about the monthly rents and the thought process in terms of the structure, because all you're doing is trying to create something you can sell.
And he said the taxes were $900. Okay, so but he's going to add some more acres, so those taxes going to be higher probably also, right?
Possibly, but we can only deal with what's happening today. He may or may not add extra. When you say added, I don't know what
he said it was he was going to sell it with a 5-acre plot, right?
Okay.
It's not going to be that big. I mean, where me and Victor are, that's our taxes are $900 a month.
Yeah. That's not a big deal.
You guys are rich, so.
We just complain more.
Yeah. What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the rebuttal for he wanted to sell to someone local?
There ain't nothing you can do about that.
Yeah,
well, I mean, what Jerry said was the best answer. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I talked over you, Mark. Go ahead.
My thought was, what my company does is, we do sell it to someone local in the area. We help people that can't afford a house right now work into a situation where they can afford to get a loan in 12 to 24 months, and so it will be someone local. What do you think of that?
That's good.
Yep, that's
that's what we do. Our company services people. We earn our funds from the people that we help. And so we help them get into a home, and a beautiful home like yours is someone that they would love to have. So you're not just getting a tenant, you're getting a tenant buyer that is going to be in a situation where they're going to buy it from you, knowing that it's going to be taken care of more so than just renting it out. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, that's a good response. Sure.
Yeah, that's rich right there. Yeah, because basically,
that's what I was thinking. To handle that rebuttal.
This guy should make a call. He sounds really good. Like he's
But that was awesome, Jerry. I mean, that was a great call. Both those calls were really good. And I was just thinking about, instead of having to end it there, holy cow, that's there's got to be a way to come back from that, and that's what I was thinking.
Well, that's why it's kind of nice, like when you have a chat and somebody puts something in the chat and says, hey, ask this question while you're in the middle of the call, because when you're doing the call, it's like you don't always think about those things. It's like you kind of just get stumped and you're like, okay, well, whatever. But I think he handled it great by coming back with the cash offer thing.
Yeah.
But
some of my best responses are 3 days later.
Right. Yeah, that's okay. Like to come back and make that call later on and go, hey, I forgot something, or I talked to you the other day, and
yeah, that could be your call tomorrow after you put the numbers together. Hey, I don't think I made myself clear yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's do one more.
Okay. What about this one? You want to do another one?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, quick question before I go ahead. To the restaurants that you gave that you're gonna tell him your company in the area, what if he asks about your company information and he wants to check out your company? Maybe ask for your website or something.
Then I would have given him my website.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a website, you could just say, well, I'm a small investment company. I don't really need a website. Is that going to be
a deal killer?
Yeah, is it going to be a deal killer? You think we can move forward, or probably not?
Okay. I'm just wondering if he says he wants to check you out or something. You know, some of those people are. So that's all.
A lot of them will check you out anyway once they get your name. You know,
as soon as they get your name, they're going to go look at Facebook anyway.
Right.
That's the first place they're going to start.
Yep. Yeah. LinkedIn too.
Yeah, they'll look for you. So you need to be, you definitely need to have a flag in those places.
Okay, hold on. Don't need that. You want to do this? What do you have in mind? One?
Fine.
Okay.
Are we looking at your REI report from the text that went out? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, I need the number.
I'm getting it up right here. Oh, whoops.
Okay.
Wait, what do you have in mind? Right here. Here it is.
918-797. Just a minute. I'm sure that's the number.
Well, are you dialing?
Just a moment. Okay, Victor, you were saying?
Okay, so I would love to role play this because that was just such a great input, and it was that Ed said, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, Mr. Seller, I get that a lot, especially when I deal with people in smaller communities, and so I get the concern. So let me tell you what I do. What we do is we have a list of local people that are highly qualified or will soon be qualified to be able to do these things. So we create situations for them to go into the property. And more importantly, you'll have the right of first refusal, and you'll meet whoever it is that is going to be buying your house. Is that something we can work with, or maybe not?
That's good. I like that a lot. It's
right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor,
Because
please put that in the chat. Please put that. No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Yeah, word for word, man.
Please put it in the chat.
Yeah,
No,
you
I'm
can meet
serious.
him when
I'm
you
not
show him the
joking.
house.
It'll be on the replay.
You need to send us your full blueprint.
You should be
We don't
working
want
on
to have
your
to go
course.
back in a replay because we're already here. We don't want to have to go back on YouTube and fast forward and try to find that spot in the video.
Well, you're gonna be an hour and 8 minutes into the replay.
No, I'm trying to get my first deal, Victor. Thank you,
Now you
sir.
probably can't remember what he said either.
Yes, he does.
Oh no, I remember. I'm gonna say the same thing over and over and over and over.
Victor, please chat it, please.
All right, sweetie.
I'm with Sandra.
I'm gonna try to see if I can chat it before we end the call.
Thank you.
All right, go, Gary.
Which one?
This one right here.
Okay, I had just put the other one in the
Oh, wait,
phone.
no, I'm sorry. No, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. What are you thinking? That's the one right here.
Yeah. The number I put in the phone, last four numbers, 8070.
No, it's 919. Or I'm
You
sorry.
Gotta go up more.
It's this one right here. What are you thinking about? Is that what it was? Yeah, it was this one right here. Sorry.
I put the wrong number down. Hold on.
What are you thinking about? It was this one.
Okay. Okay, pull it up, buddy.
Hi.
All right. One of the things that I was what I was talking about a little bit yesterday, or when you guys were talking yesterday about all this stuff, and like when you get into the conversation with these people, a lot of times, I was talking to Addie about this. I think I was talking to Malicio about it too, is that, you know, a lot of times if you get right to the point of why, you know, as opposed to asking them a lot about the property in the beginning, a lot of times they're going to just like go off and start talking about all the things that have to do with the property. And then before you can get a word in edgewise, you know, you've already been on the phone for 10, 15 minutes, you know what I mean? So it's something that's, that I've been really practicing myself, is to just get, you know, hey, I'm calling you about the place, you know, go through the or the agenda, and then just say, hey, well, why are you selling? You know, it looks like a great place. How long you been living there? You know, and then you get to the motivation. And then at that point too, then you can, after you kind of get after you pre-qualify, then you can start talking about the house a little bit more. So let's see, I have a lot of good ones.
Mark, you just went by one.
Which one? What was
It
it?
sounded like a maybe. It was, yeah, a couple more up. This, yeah, that one right there. Let me look into how that works. Never done that before. Would you?
Oh.
Is that like a maybe?
Yeah, I think that is. I'm going to actually I'll call him. Let's see the number on here. Shit.
Hello?
Oh, hey, it's Mark. I was calling you about your place on Duncan Street in Stillwater.
Oh, yeah. How's it going?
Good. Who am I talking to?
My name's Chris Sutherland.
Hey, Chris. How's it going today?
Good.
Hey, I wanted to see if maybe I could ask you a few questions about the place, and maybe you can ask me some.
Sure.
We're looking for a place like that for an investment, and you know, maybe we can make an offer today. If you don't like it, you can just tell me to get lost. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no, I don't get offended by offers.
All right, good. Man, that looks like a great place. How come you're selling it?
I own the like empty lot. There's actually 4 small lots that are contiguous to each other, straight across the street to the south.
Okay.
And then that triplex attached to that I own. And opportunity came up, stuff that close to stadium and Stillwater and close to school, you know, it comes up rarely. So I pulled the trigger on it just as like maybe I'll want it, I'll go ahead and buy it. Okay. And if I threw it up on Zillow just to see, you know, I'm pretty swamped right now with a lot of different projects.
Gotcha.
If it sells, great. And if it doesn't, I'm going to, you know, have my guys like add a bathroom and Airbnb it. And so, you know, I'm in a lot are in businesses, and I've got a lot of stuff happening right now.
Cool, my kind of guy. So you do some real estate stuff too, or are you an investor also, or?
Yeah, like my brothers and I, we own shopping centers,
Wow.
apartment complexes,
Nice.
retail chains, Planet Fitness franchisees. We do a lot of stuff. I went to Stillwater. I went to Oklahoma State.
Oh, okay.
And so,
you have an emotional tie there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this: you're not really in a hurry to sell, I guess, huh? You're just kind of waiting for your price, or what?
Yeah, I'm just like threw it up on Zillow just to see, what the temperature of the market was.
Right. How'd you come up with the price? Did you get it appraised, or?
No, I came up with the price based on a cap rate value of what I think an Airbnb could accomplish there. I've got other Airbnbs.
Gotcha.
And I just looked at the dates, the competition, the idea that you get football, basketball, Dad's Day, Mom's Day,
right.
Other deals. And so, I think I get some people calling me that are like, well, can we rent to own, or can we want to rent it out. And we don't think just as a long-term rental that the market's there. And I'm like, yeah, I don't necessarily think it is either, but I think as an Airbnb, I think there's a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm. So would you be open to something like that? Maybe, if I was to give you a check every month and, then maybe pay you off in a year or two, would that be something that take care of all the maintenance and all that stuff? That's not something you'd be open to, is it?
Probably not.
No? Okay. All right. So, all right. So yeah, I mean, as far as in the cash deal, like what if you were to do all cash, you got any, number that you'd be comfortable with? You just want to stick right with the 179?
I don't know. You can make any offer you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna like bid against myself.
Right.
I mean, like I'm selling a piece of property. Like I'm working with some guys to sell a piece of property right now for $2 million that I own and 1031 it into a $5 million shopping center in Wichita.
Right.
So I mean, this is not
it's small change for you, right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so did you guys buy that cash then, or?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're not interested at all in just taking payments over a short period. If I gave you the full price, that's not something at all you're interested in then, huh?
Oh, I don't know. It kind of limits my 1031 ability, which is typically what I like to. And I've got some other pieces of property that are kind of floating out there in some other states that, I'm working towards.
Okay. Well, why don't I do this? Could you text me over your email? I'll just send you over a couple ideas. It's okay to say no, but who knows? Maybe you could work out. You sound like a really good guy to work with. And plus,
you never know. There could be some synergy there.
Yeah. All right. Right on, Chris. Yeah. Send me over your email. I'll send you something over in this afternoon.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah. You too.
I didn't get any chat recommendations on that one.
Didn't he? I keep him just because, hell, he could be a mentor or something.
Yeah.
Malls and stuff that he owns.
I actually sent you, I'm sorry, Carl, I stepped over you. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I actually sent you some, but I didn't realize that I was sending them directly to Sandra.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I said,
yeah,
it's for me or for everybody.
Yeah, you knew.
I was thinking, what are you talking about? I think she sent me something, so it automatically switches you to that.
Victor,
person.
I don't know what you're talking about. I took a screenshot of it though.
So what I was asking you
for leverage.
My question would that you might have asked him is, would you be willing to act as the banker, at an attractive rate, and how much would it take to make that happen? What kind of down payment, what rate would you be looking at? And he'll simply be acting as a bank. He's probably in a position to act as a lender based on, the financials he just put out there.
Man.
My thought was he can, the 1031, you can do that in 2 years or 3 years.
Right. I thought that too. And then just,
so it's you still get all the benefits of ownership. And then when we cash you out, then you'll get your 1030, 1031.
Yeah.
You get off from 139, and then for rent on Zillow, look for a buyer, a rental buyer. someone will cash flow it.
Yeah. Well, I'll look and
Something like
see what he got it for.
You
I'll
could-
check it out. I'll send him over a couple ideas later. You know, he seemed like a cool guy. I can call him back and, you know, kind of see.
Also, you could go on PropStream and see what else he has, because he's talking about he had other properties
Exactly.
in other cities and states.
Yeah, great call, Carl. Great call. Definitely. You know, he's
your buyer, I
sounds like a busy guy for sure.
Yeah, I keep him just
Good alliance.
keep a mentor. Talk about he got shopping malls and Planet Fitness and stuff. Come on, I need some of that.
Throw me a bone.
Yeah, I know, totally.
That's a good
All
one.
right,
Commercial
let's see if we
investor.
can get one more in here. Oh, look at this one. Jerry, what about this one?
I like it.
As in you want to lease to own?
Yeah. What was my message? Let me see what my message was. Are you flexible on price or terms? I have some money down. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. Or anybody else want to do it? Mel, what do you think?
I'm kind of working.
Okay.
I can wing it. I can wing it, but
Yeah, give it a
I'm
try.
Are you guys calling from your cell phones or on your regular
Yeah.
cell phone
I
numbers?
just call from my cell phone.
Okay.
You want to do it, Victor?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Here's the number right here.
All right, give me a second. Let me.
Hey, Margaret, are these Zillow leads?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, Zillow straight from automated REI.
Okay. So we could just say, see the pictures when I can't see them because I'm working.
You on your boss's dime right now? That's time to be on. Can you guys hear the background noise?
Uh-uh.
Do you hear mine?
No. Okay, good. Because it's really loud right here. Obviously they're doing landscaping right when I'm trying to make calls. Right?
I can't hear that actually.
Okay, good. All right, just
Is
checking.
it your property, Victor?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's my building.
The only landscaping going around here is shoveling. Where do you live, Victor?
California.
Nice.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 9.
Okay. None of my beats, I'm not going to leave a message. Okay, so the reason why I asked the question that I asked you was that if you guys are calling from your cell phones and you're not calling from a number that's local to them, usually what I've started to do now is I will actually send them a text message and ask them if they can talk. I'll say, can you talk now? Okay, I'm going to be calling you on a 213 number because 213 numbers look like spam. Right? Like if somebody calls you 213 number, what do you typically do?
Right.
If it's not local to you, right? You normally just click, leave me a message if I know you, because I don't recognize the number. And I found that I have been unable to connect with people. So now I just started doing send them a text real quick. Can you talk now? They go, yes. I go, okay, good. I'm going to call you and it's going to be a 213 number.
That's a good idea.
Victor, I have found that also.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one man tell me that he thought I was like, not fraudulent, but that he thought I was out to scam.
Yeah. So it's just something, this game has all the nuance and stuff, right? So just so you know, that's how I overcome it. I send a message on the system and let them know that I will be calling them from a 213 number so they'll pick up.
Gotcha.
Hey, Victor.
Yes, sir.
Do you have to be to get in Claude's group? You have to be a student of Claude's?
Yeah. or yeah, either a student or one of his packages. If you go to claudediamond.com, he has a whole list of different things, and it's spelled out what's including if it's, you know, the weekly calls or the one-on-one coaching, or if it's just a, you know, whatever. And he has a calendar, and you can call him directly. He answers his own phone.
Okay.
Worth every penny. Absolutely.
And it's definitely changed the game for me.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Well, we've been going about an hour 26. And I got some stuff I got to do at 11:30. And I just am so blessed and grateful to be able to do this. And
Mark, I'm sorry, just one more question. I just pulled up, just quickly, because I'm gonna go ahead and resend the seller that one page contract that I just brought up. So I'm looking at it right now, that that one page contract. So one of the clauses I have on there is that $100 option. Here it is, option consideration of 100, right? All option consideration will be credited towards in full towards the purchase price of the property. So am I removing that clause and just replacing it with down payment to seller equals, or am I still keeping that $100 all option consideration will be credited?
you're replacing that. And I don't think you should put in down payment. I think it should just be option consideration instead.
Okay, so, okay, got it. Okay, to replace
you
that.
you don't want to have down payment in a contract, because then it becomes a seller finance deal, or could become a seller finance.
Okay, okay. So, okay, so then what do you say to the tenant buyers that are calling in? You don't use the term down payment to them?
Well, you can use it to them.
Okay,
but,
just,
you know, it's just, what do you have to, you know, what do you have to put down, you know, on a place that you can, you know, lease for a few years and then buy.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, real quick, I was asking you also, I had sent you another message about what made it a viable as an Airbnb, because Airbnb is not viable unless there's some sort of attraction nearby. But then I saw where he was at. He's in a college football town.
Well, what's the apartment? That's probably why I got confused. Well, what's the apartment number?
Hey, Mark, is it okay if I make calls with you next week also?
Okay,
Of course. Yeah, anybody that wants to make calls can make calls whenever. So,
all right.
Rosalind, you got to mute yourself. So yeah, absolutely. My whole goal with this thing is that we can all help each other out to make calls. And then, you know, we all have these different styles, you know, which is great, because then we can kind of pick up one person's style, a different person's style, and, you know, and then use everybody, you know, my style is different from Victor's, which is different from Justin's, which is different from Jerry's, and, you know, different from Claude's and all that stuff. But to be able to take bits and pieces out of each thing and utilize it in your own calls when you're making them yourself, and, you know, and just be like having all this input from everybody after the call. I cannot tell you how important that is to, you know, like the whole thing that we just went through it's at 11:08, 11 minutes, or I'm sorry, an hour and 8 minutes in is the Victor thing. I think you put it in the chat anyway, though, but that's, you know, that's the perfect response. So it's super good. And I wanted to just tomorrow, if you guys get a chance to get on Arturo's call, I would so highly recommend it. That guy is just so amazingly smart, and he's got so much knowledge and information to be able to learn from too. So he's going to get on. I've been talking to him. I want to get him on to make a few calls too. I just haven't put it all together. And so maybe next week I'll get him on, because he's got a completely different style than Victor and I, and just a totally different approach altogether. But it's, you know, it's a really, he's really good at it too. So, so anyway, I just super grateful and blessed to be able to do this with you all. And I just want to thank you all for getting on here and participating. It's really awesome to do this. And, you know, let's go out there and whip some ass and make some money.
Yeah.
Thank
If
you,
I
Mark.
don't see you guys tomorrow, I'll see you on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, call next week. Oh, you're welcome.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mark and
Thanks,
Victor.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Have a great one.
You're awesome, dude.
Take care.
All right, Mark, later.
Thank you, Victor. Victor, for your little jewel.